Welcome back to another Print Studio tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at bleed. We've got a little graphic here for you that should hopefully explain it clearly. So the outside edge is the bleed. This area should contain no graphics that I'd like to keep. This whole section will eventually be trimmed away. And that's how you get your edge-to-edge print. Moving in from that pink line, we have the trimming line. The dotted line shows where my work will be trimmed, with the outside pink area being trimmed away and the blue area showing the edge of our finished print. Moving in from that again, we have that blue area, and that's what we refer to as the danger zone. As we've said on the graphic, it's not as scary as it sounds. This area will be part of the print. However, it is advised to keep any important text or artwork out of this area, as it will be too close to the edge once trimmed. This advice is mostly aesthetic, but part of it is to give your work some tolerance when it comes to cutting. We advise a 3mm bleed and then at least a 3mm danger zone. Now onto the video. So here we've got an awesome portrait picture from Olenka Sergienko. We're going to lock this down. You can either click the lock button or flatten the image if you had a few layered images, and either way you'll get that little lock next to the background. So if we go to image canvas size and change our measurement to millimeters and click the relative button. So what we're going to add into these two boxes is 6 and 6mm. That's because we're going to need 3 on the top and the bottom, and then 3 on the left and the right, so that's 6 and 6. So now we're looking at other to choose what we're going to put up on the outside. I usually choose something like a full magenta, so like 100% magenta, because it's not likely that anyone's going to have that in their artwork. And click OK. OK again. Okay, so now we'll go up to our magic wand. You can click and hold here if you don't have it, and then select just the outside magenta area. And now, depending what computer you're using, you're either using backspace or delete, and that should get you to your fill option. Now you might have yours set to something else. You need to click the down arrow and select content aware. And that's just going to pull in all of that area that we selected. Click OK. And so what it's doing now is viewing the closest edge to that magic wand area and then trying to redraw something similar. So in this case, it's done a real good job. If it is quite busy on the edge, you may not get something as clear as this. So just be aware, but you know, it is going to be cut off eventually, so you should be fine. If we go to our rulers here, change it to millimeters, we can just have a quick look at that 3mm. So if your image is quite large or high resolution, you might have a bit of an issue. So just zoom in like I have here, and then just work it up. 3mm. There you go. We can do the same this side. Looks like we've got the same issue. But I can just do the same. Zoom on in, and then get that perfect. And we can see exactly what's going to be cut away. That looks fine. It looks like it's going to be okay down the other side as well. I do think maybe her feet and her back are a little too close to the edge. So a little trick you can do here is, in a sense, resize the image back down with the bleed still on it if it's clear enough, like it is here. And then we'll re-add the bleed, and that'll give us essentially a danger zone that we've created ourselves. If you're using it with artwork, it's easier to move things about, but with a photograph, you may not have that option. So let's put this back down to 420. Okay. And then we'll just go through the process again. So image, canvas size, 6 and 6. We've already got the magenta set. Okay. Get the magic wand, click that. Backspace or delete. Content aware is already set up. We'll click OK. And then that should fill out again. And there you go. Finished photograph. ready to be sent to print and to be cut edge to edge. If you have any slight issues with the content aware, then you can use this plaster tool here to touch up any issues. Right, so now we're in Illustrator. We've got a leaflet here that we give out to explain top-up to people using our MyQ system. This doesn't have any bleed on it at the moment, so let's just double click on the artboard and check. So yeah, this is set to A6. We're going to want to add a little bit of bleed to this because we're going to want to print a load and cut them down. So if we go File, Document Setup, now here it gives you the top, bottom, left and right, so we only need to add the 3 rather than the doubling up of the 6. And then hit OK. Now what you get with Illustrator is, if I hide this, you get a little faint black line, if you can see it, around the outside. And that is the trimming area that we spoke about earlier. And then the red line is the edge of the bleed. If you drag this across, you might see that black line a little better. There you go. So that's exactly where our trim line is going to be. We only need to move out as far as the red, because that's exactly 3mm. So we'll move all of those out. If you're anything like me, and you like things to be bang on and perfect, then you can go up to the top, unlock these, and just change it to 111 by 154 in this case, because we're adding 6 to both the X and the Y axis. And then just centering it to make sure that it's perfect. Okay, so we've got the artwork set out to the outside now. We've just got the colour going out and some of the vectors overlapping. I'm happy for all of those to be cut. So the last thing to check is how far away is our important information. The 3mm there. We're going all the way out. That's plenty of room for our danger zone, as you can see there. We could check it from the top and the bottom, but we don't really need to actually. And that's it. How to set bleeds in Illustrator. If you are opening a new file, you can do that at the beginning instead of halfway through. So if we choose a print tab, you can see down the bottom here that you have choices for the bleed, just the same as the other menu. You can put that up to 3mm, and then you could choose any measurement to put in here, so whatever you're creating, so an A5 for example. And then the bleed will be set when we create it. The final process for Illustrator can also be used with InDesign. Remember to save your file as a print-ready PDF. And there you have it, 2 tutorials showing you how to add bleed to your photographs and to your illustrations. If you found this video helpful, remember to click the thumbs up and to click subscribe for more Print Studio tutorials. If you go into the description below, you can find some information connecting to our social media accounts and our website. Thanks for watching.